And then we have the World. Wow, Pisces. Wow. I don't know who I just did a reading for. The only major arcana they had was in the present, and everything else was minor. And you guys have got the opposite. The only minor arcana energy is in the present, and everything else is major arcana. Major arcana energy, so you don't, if just in case you don't know, is energy that happens to us. Now, we always have free will. We always have a choice how we handle the energies, but this is more like opportunities that come about, things happening around us, major life changes. When 5 of the 6 cards are major arcana energy, there are huge changes taking place. Some of you might be kind of dealing with this, with the Tower coming in here. No wonder you have the Star as well. Take a break, Pisces. I kind of feel, I get the sense that some of you need that break, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So the Star card, yes, it's the card for Aquarius. In the major arcana, it actually follows the Tower. So not surprised that this comes up here. If you imagine the Tower, when it collapses, what it reveals for me is that it reveals the stars, right? The star in the night sky, that guiding star, the star of hope that shows us, hey, your dream is alive and well. Now, this is the hope that we feel. It is like wish fulfillment, but I feel like it's more, our wish is still there. Our dream is still there. We see a clear path to it now. And the reason the star comes up is to remind us that there is hope in new beginnings. Because let's just go to the Tower for a moment. Yes, it's healing energy. So it feels like this is a great month for you guys for new beginnings in April. New beginnings coming in for you. But when the Tower comes in, it collapses the Tower because the Tower is not built on a solid foundation. And it feels awful, and it can be pretty shocking when it happens. The Tower is not necessarily a bad card. It's kind of treated like that, but it's not a bad card. It's shocking change. It collapses everything. It changes everything. Ultimately, it's for our highest good, but when you're standing in the rubble of your tower, it doesn't always feel like that. This can be everything from, like, you know, I don't know, losing your house, losing your job, unexpected pregnancy, a windfall of some kind. It always depends what comes up with it. I feel like this is something to do with you. Something internally has shifted within you because of the Hermit coming up here in the middle. I'm kind of jumping around here a little bit. But yes, we have healing, we have new beginnings, we have hope returning here. Now, it's no wonder. The reason I'm kind of jumping around is that this has happened. This is a past energy. This is the foundation. Now, some of you might feel like I'm still going through this. You know, I'm still going through the Tower energy. Maybe, but this is what else is coming through. We have the Hermit, which at the heart of your reading, which is why I feel like this is some internal shift, a huge internal shakeup that's going on. It's kind of strange because Aquarius got something similar to this. I don't know if it was the last time or the time before, but it kind of feels like you guys have something similar going on. And it might be that you're tearing stuff down. You know, we can be the Tower energy. A powerful sun like you, Pisces, you could be the Tower. You could be just tearing things down yourself. Like, that doesn't serve me. I don't want that anymore. Because the Hermit talks about a time of reflection. It's going inwards, looking for answers. Doesn't mean being alone. Some people see the Hermit as, you know, being alone. Now, sometimes we need that. It could be a retreat. We need a time out. But if you have a look at this person, they kind of, wherever they've sat on this cliff almost here. There's nothing around her. There's nothing that really gives her answers. So the answers that she seeks, they're all within her. And funnily enough, she has a lantern with her. And in that lantern is a star. Hope. That's all you have at the moment is hope. Hope that things will be better. Hope that, you know, there are going to be new beginnings here. There is going to be, your wish will come true. So this can be taking a step back, healing in mind, body and spirit. This is healing in mind, body and spirit. We have a similar message coming up next. In the present, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords, it's taking a break. And if you've been ripping shit down, if you've been kind of refinding your dreams, refinding that star in the night sky that takes you to your dream, yeah, I'd say you need a rest. This is putting down your weapons, not fighting anymore. This card can, in very mundane terms, it can indicate everything from, you know, recovering from the flu or taking some time off work, a spa day even, whatever it is that you need. But this combination here is very kind of healing. It means that you're trying to recover from something. The Tower, that's what you're recovering from. Whatever shake-up there's been, whether you kind of induced it, whether it was done to you with all this major arcana energy, you now have a chance to have a break. So Maybe the beginning of April will be this kind of breather. And tarot timings are strange. These can play out however. Like some people can get stuck here for a while. Some people can skip through this and go straight, forwards. But feels like, it's time to take a break. It's time to take a step back. You have 2 cards that say that. Why is that? Why is that? Because then after the Four of Swords, after you take that break, and one of the things with the Four of Swords is it sounds counterintuitive, but you actually achieve more by taking that break. When you've been like working out, you can go work out every day, but sometimes you need to take a break as well. Like even that break is useful for your muscles to kind of reknit and to get stronger. It's that kind of energy. Sometimes we think we have to keep pushing. We have to keep pushing. The Four of Swords says, no, this is a time of inactivity. This is a time of rest. Allow the new energies allow the dust to settle from whatever this was. Because after the dust settles, what you realize is the Magician. And the Magician is, for me, the true beginning of the Major Arcana. Is numbered 1 in the Major Arcana. I don't know if you can even see that. 1 in the Major Arcana. And this is where we look in our toolkit and we realize what we have to work with. So if this card is about seeing that star in the night sky and thinking, okay, well, my dream's still alive. That's my wish. That's what I'm going to go for. This is when you realize the tools that you have at your disposal to make those things happen, to make that all work for you. Now, the thing with the Magician is it's also a card of confidence. It's the confidence to use what you have at your disposal. The example I always give for the Magician is, if you go into your kitchen and you open up your cupboard and in your larder and you see eggs, flour, butter, sugar, you have all the ingredients to make a cake. But just because you have the ingredients, it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that you have the cake. You have to have the confidence to combine all of those ingredients to create a cake. You make it happen. And the Magician is a manifester, the alchemist who can turn base metals into gold. He can do whatever he wants. But where does the knowledge or the power come from? From within, from yourself. This very much reads as very strong energies of figuring out where you're going. It feels like Pisces. It feels like you guys, a lot of you, I think for a lot of you, you've done this. Because there's too much of a hopeful energy coming up in this for someone to have done it to you. There's no like kind of victim energy here. There's no kind of like, oh my God, I'm so heartbroken or destroyed. For some of you, it might be that's where you need to heal, because this is the healer. The card that comes before the Four of Swords is the Three of Swords. But for you guys, I feel a lot of this, it's about empowering yourself. You've kind of torn down some crap that wasn't serving you. So what's the advice here? What's the advice to go forward? Well, we have the World. The World talks about successful completion of a cycle. You guys did it. You bloody did it. If you see this person, they're sitting on top of the world. And yes, like I always say this, whenever I get this card for clients and I tell them, hey, successful. I'm so sorry. I've been talking all day. The spirit is strong, but the body's starting to give now. Excuse me. So yeah, my clients some of them will say, but I feel like I'm in shit. Like there's nothing going right for me. Everything feels wrong. But the World card says, no, whatever you needed to learn from that cycle, whatever you needed to gain from that cycle, you got some tools out of it with the Magician coming up there. This is the energy that leads to this. The World card says that by completing this, and it's a transitional energy. It doesn't happen overnight. This does. The Tower kind of impacts. This could have been a snap decision, something that you decided in the moment, this is done. Tearing this down. Or, it could have, like I said, for some of you, it happened to you. Still feels like you're dealing with it really well, even if this is something that happened to you. And it says a new cycle's about to begin. Enjoy the view, enjoy where you are right now, because you're about to get moving. And you're going to get to work, manifesting all this great stuff that you want. It's transitional, but I think it serves you, especially in your reading, because you have the Hermit here. And the Hermit is all about, like I said, looking within. Every answer you seek is within you. But let's clarify some of this. Let's see. Let's go for the Magician and the World. I mean, I'm not too concerned with the World because I'm pretty certain you know what that is if it's coming up as foundation energy. And it may not even be that, that the World happened yesterday or last week or even last year. It may be something that happened, something shocking that happened. And now's the first chance that you get to kind of deal with it. And healing, we say healing. And I've had people say to me, why are we always healing? Well, we are always healing because we're always doing new stuff. Even when we kind of take care of every issue that we have, we come up with new ones, and those need healing. But healing, it sounds all fluffy and cute and nice, and sometimes it can be more painful than, you know, when that happened. The High Priestess, I love it. Pisces, you guys are rocking the shit out of this reading. Okay. The King of Swords. If this is you guys, then you have this immense knowledge. And like, this is that you've gone through difficult experiences. You've learned the lessons from it. You know how you want to go forward. Yes, some of you could be dealing with an air sign like this. Maybe they're the ones that came and rocked your world. But otherwise, this is you sitting there authentically who you are. Not afraid to show who you are, doing it your own way. So powerful, Pisces, so powerful. And it's almost like maybe you were doing this kind of, you know, you've gone through this tremendous change. But the Hermit there, that's inwards, right? You're looking inwards at what's changed. What's my truth now? Who am I really? Who am I? How am I going to go forward to get what I want? You're going through this healing phase, and it comes out, it feels like you come out all guns blazing for other people to see you now. Recognition. You might get other people, you know, when they kind of give you that sideways look saying, what happened? Did you change your hair? Did you? And it's like, no, I've just shifted who the hell I am now. I'm authentically me. I'm being someone different. Six of Wands is about being seen. It's about being recognized for what you've done. It can be when we come back from some kind of journey, and like an inner journey, even with the Hermit there, and people notice us. And I know I haven't given like a relationship message for this or work, but that's because the energies are so profound. When it's major arcana, I would be very surprised if this is just affecting one area of your life. This feels overall everything. If you're trying to limit this to one area of your life, I don't think that would work either. You know, the world is everything. And then you have the High Priestess. This is your intuition. I kind of get the sense that, especially with the King of Swords here, and with the High Priestess there on the side, this is like your coming out party. That's what it feels like. You're kind of gone inwards here. It's the final pieces are coming together in who you are and the changes that happened here. The final pieces are coming together. Then you'll have your toolkit ready to go forward and to manifest what you want. And the High Priestess, she knows. She's very intuitive. She doesn't always share her secrets. But when she comes up in a reading, she does share her secrets with you. So whatever your intuition is here, whatever that gut feeling is, and it feels like you kind of know what it is that you want to do. You know where you're headed. You know what you're doing. And this is very spiritual. This is very spiritual. It's meditative. This is kind of meditative quality. That there's been some transformation, massive transformation. And you're kind of, you'll be ready to take baby steps soon out to see like, this is what I'm going to do with this. But right now, rest, Pisces, you deserve it. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. So maybe that King of Swords did come and rock your world. But yeah, if you have that, I kind of get the sense if there is kind of attraction with someone, with all of this other stuff going on, you're still, I'd still kind of think you're taking a break or you're pausing before you move forward with this. There's too much stuff. And it's been coming up for everyone, but not as strongly as this. There's things that are getting wrapped up, you know, with that world, ending that cycle. Magician, yeah, I'm going to get ready to go ahead. I'm coming out to show who I am, to show the work that I've done, to get the recognition I deserve, the success that I deserve. But at the moment, it's all internal kind of that, you know, you're trying to figure it out. So you may have strong chemistry with someone, and that might be what you're trying to figure out, what you want to do with it. Ooh, what's this? This one's been coming up a lot for everyone. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. I think you will act on it with the Magician coming up here. Not just yet then. Not just yet though. It might be later on in the month. I feel that coming out. Don't do anything. This is all kind of restorative, hopeful, healing energy with these three. So I kind of feel like that's the main energy going into April. Other than kind of recovering from this. Always happens, right? That, you know, you wait for a bus forever and then 6 show up at once. One more. Oh, a change in the wind. Now this is like the Tower. And this is like a combination of the Tower and the High Priestess. Change in the wind talks about when you can sense it, especially an intuitive sign like you, Pisces. And I always say this, where you can sense something's coming. And maybe that's why you're resting now. Where is it? That you're resting now because of this. Like, so the Tower in the past. And now you know that you're going to have to use what you've learned, who you are now is going to have to come out. You're going to be doing new things. There's a huge shift in the energy coming up for you guys. The Magician, this is all about how you manipulate time and energy and matter and get the things that you want. But you need a rest first. All right, let's see. It says, Dear you, there is always more than one side to an argument, two sides, if not more, to every story and hundreds of ways to be right. Be different, be at odds, and so on. Today, we suggest that instead of looking for differences, you find a meeting place of agreement and approach this experience with understanding and compassion. Seek common ground to understand how another person thinks or how an alternate plan might be laid. Stay out of judgment too. Observe, discern, but accept that others have different stories, experiences, and journeys, and some people might refuse to remain open to another's point of view. No matter what, you've been presented with a great opportunity to explore a new way of doing things once common ground is reached. You're attracting people and situations that enrich your life and bring you wonderful things to learn. We love you so much. Maybe that's what's going on here. Because I did say, like the Four of Swords, it's putting down your weapons. And there is this kind of stepping back energy of here with the Hermit, with the Four of Swords. The King of Swords can be kind of argumentative. He's not afraid to debate his ideas. But it's all very positive. Maybe this is a huge blow up that you had with someone. And now you're letting the dust settle. There is this kind of letting the dust settle energy about your reading. But overall, it's very powerful and pretty amazing. So those are your messages for April. And my, oh my, what a crazy old time that end of March was. For me anyway. And going by the comments that I did put a post up on my Facebook page right at the end of March. I think it was yesterday, which is the 30th of March. Asking people if they were kind of feeling it too. And so many people said, yeah, they were feeling it as well. So it's been a crazy old time. But I've done most of the readings already as I record this outro. And wow, so much fresh energy coming in. Kind of feels that this is kind of overriding general energy of everyone wanting like a fresh start of getting things in order, moving forward. And that's what Mercury retrogrades are great for. Rethinking plans, figuring out what it is that we want to do, taking a second look at things. I did record a podcast where I talk about Mercury retrograde, and especially for those of you who wait for people to contact you or to get back in touch with you whenever there's a retrograde planet like Mercury retrograde or Venus retrograde. So check that out. I'll put a link in the description to that podcast. It's also about being a warrior and being your authentic self. I've also been posting daily polls. I missed one day this week. I'm still trying to work it into my routine, but I've been pulling daily cards for each of the elements on Instagram. So if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. It's a little kind of video clip that I do, pull a couple of cards, a tarot card, an oracle card, and just give you a heads up on an energy that's available for you for that day. What you do with it is totally up to you. And remember, I always say that, use your free will. If you like what comes up, go with it. If you don't, go do something else. I never ever go into a reading with any kind of preconceived idea of what's going to come up. And it's always exciting for me when I start pulling the cards for all of the different signs for April, in this case, to see what's going to come up. And there is so much hope. The messages were so hopeful. And that was really great to see. We have to remember that we're the ones that provide the energy for this. We're the ones that provide the movement behind this. A lot of the times we wait for things to come to us, or we think it's the universe. And yeah, there are energies outside of ourselves, but how we use those energies and what we do with it, that's totally up to us. So good on you for everyone who's using these energies to improve their situation, to go for their dreams. It's not easy, especially when things are intense and up and down. I've had so many people tell me that they feel like they're going crazy, like, up one minute, down the next, and just intense. And there's been this pressure. So many people have talked about this pressure of this guilt that if they're not doing something, they feel kind of guilty because they feel this pressure to get things done. But we have to take care of ourselves as well. We have to look at, especially with this Libra full moon that we've just had, of, where are we imbalanced? Where are we not balanced in our life? So it's about restoring that balance, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in ourselves, the situation around us. And a lot of the messages that came through did kind of correlate with that. Please come and join me on social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. My posts are linked on multiple social media accounts. So if you can only join on one, join in where you can. And there are other things that I talk about, other things that I post. and stay up to date on those. You can follow any of my social media accounts. The links are in the description. Thank you for all of your love and support. I've had so many of you be the army at my back. Keep me going forward. You know, even times when I had kind of a difficult time at the end of March where I tried to sit for these readings like one weekend before, and I was all fired up and ready to go and just couldn't do it. So I'm glad I got them done now. I wanted to keep this short because I have a few more to go and complete before I get all of you guys done. I wish you all the best in April. I will see you again with your mid-monthlies. Oh, and there will be more timeless videos this month, fingers crossed. The poll is still up on my Facebook page, so please go there to vote. If you want to do so, there are a couple of options available there. If you don't like the options available, you can suggest something else. I'll see you next time. That's all for now. Goodbye.